Hi everyone, here's a very short video on using the pen tool. There's another video that goes into a lot more detail, but let's try this real quick, keep it as short as possible. Here's the pen tool in Photoshop. Click, 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 make a shape. Make sure you join up your shapes, finish them up. You see a little circle appear when you're over, ready to click on the final point. That's when you know you've finished your shape. That's important. So that's just straight lines. Now look at curves, click, and then click and hold. Don't go click and hold on the first one. Just click, then click and hold, and drag these drag handles out. I'm going to keep going here. It tries to make a shape that it's trying to figure out what I'm trying to do, which is great for symmetrical work. If you're trying to do something symmetrical, but I'll just go back, Control Z or Command Z on a Mac, and Option click on the previous point, Option click, or rather Alt click on a Windows computer, Alt click, the Alt key, and then you can just make whatever curve you want. It doesn't try to figure it out for you. So then I'll just keep going. It tried to figure something out. Maybe I do want that this time. And remember, finish up your shape. Okay, and even if you don't get it perfect to what you're trying to do, don't worry too much about getting it perfect, because then you're going to come in and adjust it anyway. So right here is the path selection tool, the black arrow, and if you select it and then go to, you don't have to select it, you can just go straight to the direct selection tool. You might find the whole thing moving around as soon as you try to click on one of these anchor points, click and hold and drag. As soon as you do that, you might find the whole shape moving. So just get in the habit of just, you see that happening, Control Z if you moved it to the wrong place or something, and click away somewhere, click away from the shape, come back in, and then you should be able to move any point independently. So let's say you didn't get this quite right. I'm not going to try and create any special shape here. It's just going to be random shape. But let's say you just wanted it a little bit more like that. There you go. Move it. Click, drag, move it. Let's say you didn't want that straight line. You click and drag. You move these exactly to where you want. But that's supposed to be a curve. But what are you going to do? There's no curving potential there. You can come in and change it to a curving line. So come to the pen tool, go down to convert point tool, convert anchor point tool or convert point tool. Also, if you're in the direct selection tool, you can use a shortcut. Keyboard shortcut is Alt. Let's see, Alt, Control Alt on a Windows computer, Command Option on a Mac. Then you can click on it, and you get these drag handles. So let me go over that again real quickly. Use the if you're using the direct selection tool, you can either find the convert anchor point tool here, or as you're using the direct selection tool and you want to change this straight line here, then you come in and using the direct selection tool, Alt click, click on the point, make your curving curves here, and you can see it's curving both at the same time. Maybe you want to keep this one on the left pretty much the same, and you're trying to change the one on the right, so let go, come back in, you can see it's moving both, which maybe that works out for you. But if it's moving both too dramatically, or it's moving it the other side away from what you want there, it's not moving it much over here on the left, but it is moving it, and maybe I don't want that to move, so come in, find the convert anchor point tool, and with that you can move them independently. Click on the curving point here, the curve point. These little handles, they won't show up when you print it or if you post it properly for the internet. It's just in Photoshop that you're going to see those. So here's another one. Let's look at this one. It's moving both curves at the same time. Maybe that's what you want. If you don't want it, go to the convert anchor point tool and see if you can move those independently. Now if something's really problematic and it's just not doing what you want, you may have to come in, click on the actual anchor point this time instead of these Bezier, they're called Bezier curves or curving handle. Instead of clicking on those, now you come to the anchor point, because maybe you're having a real problem and you convert it. It goes back to 2 straight lines if you click on it. If you click and hold on it, it goes to these two curving lines, and then let go, and then without doing anything else, just come straight back in with that same tool, and you can move them independently. So try that. Basically, if you practice all of that, you should be fine. The only other thing I can think of is using the pen tool. Sometimes you may start doing something else, and let's see, maybe you click and you see that it doesn't make a line. That means it's no longer connected to this. So because I went away and did something else, it's forgotten to be connected to this. So it just makes a point there. So that's a warning to you. Oops, it's not joined up anymore. Control Z, go back to your previous point. Just click on it. Just click on it. It should be fine. You don't need to alt click. Just click on the previous point, and it'll pick it up again. So practice all this. Have fun with it. And let me know if you have any questions. The pen tool is an incredibly powerful tool for a designer. You're going to use it so much, and it's also going to help you understand computer graphics much better as well. So let me know how it goes. Bye for now.